something interesting. It's like psychic related. That's why I'm doing this on whim. Is that psychic capacity happens when you're talking to someone and you expect them to respond. So if you want someone else to respond, they will sense it. And when you don't care if someone will respond or not, they will sense it. And they may not sense it consciously, and if they bring it up, like, oh yeah, I picked it up psychically, they may get annoyed, or, the other person may get annoyed because it has to do with psychic awareness, and they don't want to admit that exists. But really, you're picking up on social cues that actually enter the esoteric sphere, the unseen, intuitive sphere. And that's really interesting that you should keep in mind that if you don't care if someone responds or not, they won't respond. And if you want them to respond and you're like on edge, it's more likely they will, because they will sense that and they will realize that they have to respond, or you're going to hold it against them. And so this also goes into esoteric ideas. Like if you've given up in life, you've reached turquoise or tier 2, you will stop caring when people respond. Now, you could have a big ego in coral, but turquoise, you don't have an ego, and then it gets less and less once you pass coral, then it gets less and less, and it doesn't happen again. Meaning when you reach out to someone, you're very rarely so concerned if a person responds or not. But then it looks socially weird, right? As you evolve, you become socially weird in that specific regard. Like if they don't respond, okay, what can I do? I can't force them. And so that kind of becomes the approach to later stages. And it also causes people not to ignore you more. So they're more likely to be socially neglected or to be left out. And so that's another reason why the social aspect is so integral to later tiers in this generation, because we just don't have social proof. Or a psychic will pick up weird cues that would get them diagnosed if they went to a doctor and so have